New update, new patch notes, and you might think as per usual, the meta doesn't change, but you'd be very wrong. We'll be seeing the revival of an old king, so keep watching till the end to find out. Also, there's a very nice quality of life change, which we'll be covering first. We are going to see the addition of a new loadout system. Each mode is going to get 10 loadouts, giving you 41 loadouts in total. New loadouts are available for their designated modes. For example, hardpoint and domination, then search and destroy and control, and then finally frontline and TDM. This is going to give you a lot more freedom with how you decide to play each mode, as you no longer have to worry about, do I carry a trophy system or do I carry a smoke? Do I use dead silence or do I use hardline? What if I queue hardpoint instead of search and destroy? Giving you a ton of freedom and no more worries. This, in my opinion, is a great change. They have added a new setting to this game called bullet sound effects. If this is not turned on by default for you, make sure it is, because now whenever an enemy fires at you and the bullet trajectory is relatively close, the game will now give you a ping so you can pinpoint their position better, and also this helps if you are a no audio player. By the way, there's a new wildcard added this season which will allow you to equip another non-duplicate operator skill. Of course, this sounds absurd and is going to be very broken, so just make sure to unlock it so you don't miss out on those 100 points, cause I know you people forget about it and then you have to play 20 rank matches to get it later on. Okay, that wraps up any quality of life changes. Now you'll ask, what about the guns? So we'll start covering them. First off, the Kilobolt action has gotten an ADS time reduction down to 250 ms. This in fact makes it one of the stronger marksman rifles now, and you should definitely use it. When fully decked out, it has the fastest radius time out of all one-tap marksmen / snipers, replacing the MK2 as the pure quick scoping option. The Krig 6 has gotten some reload time reductions to its magazines and ADS time penalty reductions too. This change makes the fast mags actually worth using, but it doesn't address the main issue being the slow time to kill, so it would still be a mid-tier option. These are not quite remarkable changes, but they are still very welcome. The AK-47's 5.45 caliber ammo has gotten an added 8% ADS movement speed buff, which will help you a little bit with strafing. Its damage profile has also changed, giving you an extra 1 HP of damage in the second range, which can be useful only if your enemy is already damaged or on certain body multipliers. Not too crazy. Just like the Kilobolt action, by the way, the SPR-208 has also gotten an ADS time reduction to 320 ms. This is not as crazy of a decrease as the Kilo, but it's still very welcome. For the people that were disappointed by the VLK Rogue at launch, it has finally gotten a buff. The pellet spread when fired in the center has been increased to 3. This might actually make this a great shotgun now, as it could one-tap more often. With this change, the VLK Rogue has the potential to be a hybrid between the Argus and the KRM. But this will of course require playtesting, and we will have to wait until the update is out and we can actually play this gun for ourselves. The ICR has also gotten an unremarkable buff, which is an added 8% ADS movement speed buff to the Viking integrated suppressor light barrel. The Outlaw has gotten some decent buffs. Its range profile has been improved, which you can see in the graphic right now. This will help you get better hitboxes more often, as this is one of the gun's key problems. Its ADS is really fast and moves really fast. It's just that the hitboxes disappear with rage, so this should definitely help with that. The XM4 and Odin, they have not really been changed per se, but a bug has been fixed. The BSA that was displayed in-game previously was inaccurate, and it's now fixed, which you can see on the screen right now for the fixed values. Nerfs tatted all over his body. Yeah, of course we're talking about the LW800, and it's been nerfed again. Its hip flinch has been increased to 3, giving it one less advantage over the 3-line rifle, which is already absurdly broken. This gives you even less reason to use it over the 3-line rifle, and it might just be headed towards its grave now. The Striker 45 has also seen some very minor changes, which you can see in the graphic right now for its attachments. These are of course going to be slightly helpful to you if you use this gun, but nothing meta defining or even off meta worthy. The AG40 has actually gotten a buff to its damage profile, having an extra damage of 1 HP in every range except its second range. This can actually make 3 taps much more easier in CQC, although of course this gun still has its issues. It could finally become an off meta option, although we will have to wait and see until the update is out. The Holger has gotten an ADS movement speed increase, and while it may look very small, all, once you fully get this gun out, it can prove to be somewhat significant. Now we'll have the big, juicy changes. The RAL-MG. Now usually BSA buffs are kind of irrelevant, right? They're minor, they don't change or really affect the gun much at all. This one though, just look at it. The initial BSA went from 8 to 3. This will make this gun a laser beam. Also, its hit flinch has been reduced, making toughness unnecessary. Its bullet impact has been increased to 2, one of the highest in the game, and it will make almost any gun struggle to challenge you because they will just flinch so hard, unless they're a toughness user, of course. If this gun does end up becoming meta, and you see this a lot in ranked, toughness might become mandatory. Now before our most insane change, let's cover another minor one. The striker has gotten a hipfire spread reduction. It's now down to 190 from 220. Its STF delay has also been reduced and its reload time has been reduced. These are of course again minor changes, but will help you while using this gun slightly. Finally, we have the big change that you all clicked on this video for, the DRH. Now you might ask, well, this gun is just completely overshadowed by the USS. What could even a buff do to it? Well, hear this. Its lower arm multiplier has increased to 1.2x, which will make second and third rage 3 taps a lot more consistent. Its BSA has also been improved, making this gun beam easier at longer ranges, and it's also not a bullet velocity affected weapon like the USS. So we could finally see the return of an AR version of the USS with these buffs, and it will be great to see how these changes unfold.